Hello people, and thank you all for tuning in. We are just thrilled to have you all join us for this wild ride. We are now 2 weeks into the early access. I think it's just mind-blowing how much love and support we have been getting for the game. We have a lot of things to update you guys on. And I apologize in advance because this will be just a very messy video to kind of tell you where we're at with the game right now, what our plans are for the near future, and a little bit about our long-term plans. And I also think there's a few features that people have had a hard time understanding in the game. So yeah, I just wanted to kind of clarify a few things and, let you know what's going on right now at Lavapotion at the studio. So perhaps we should just start in that part, talking about the roadmap. There is no roadmap yet, and this is not because we are lazy and don't want to do it. There will be a roadmap, but we deliberately said that we don't want to release the game with a roadmap, specifically because we felt like we weren't sure exactly what to prioritize when we came out with the game. Because we have been working with it for over 5 years now, and you kind of get blind after some time when you work that long with a game. In hindsight, I think that was good, because we did not estimate or foresee that so many of you people would want to play the game in a multiplayer way, and that so many of you wanted to have simultaneous turns for the game. I guess some of you think that how couldn't you even foresee that? But it's because the team mostly play this type of games like a single player game. That's always how we envisioned the core of the game. But that doesn't necessarily mean we don't want it to be a good multiplayer game. So right now we are looking into simultaneous turns in multiplayer, because that has been one of the biggest requests for the game since we launched into early access. We're not ready to kind of fully commit to it yet, but we will at least start testing it and see what we can do with it. And for sure, we will keep you guys posted on how it develops and let you know where we're gonna go with that. And on the topic of things you guys requested, so this is a feature upvote webpage, which is basically a place where you can go to suggest new ideas for the game, features, content, whatever. As you can see, Simultaneous Turns in multiplayer has over 1,000 votes right now. So it means basically that you guys are telling us clearly this is something we want. Now, with that said, this is not like our to-do list. It's not like we're gonna drop everything and do something just because it has over 1,000 votes on this webpage. But it does help us to justify, balance decisions within our development effort. So it's a great way to get some kind of directions for the ongoing development. And I want to emphasize that we don't want to water down the single player experience for the benefit of the multiplayer experience. I mean, sure, we will look at balancing it out, but I just want to make it clear to all the people who play single player, we are not gonna make their experience worse. But if you have ideas you want to drop us, just put it here, and please search before you put a new suggestion in, because there are almost 500 suggestions already, so there's a good chance that the stuff that you have in mind might already be in here. And yes, we do see that you want more factions to the game. That's something we want to do as well, considering now that the game is actually going quite well. Please know this will take time. It took us 5 years to get here and release with 4 factions, so yeah, it will take us time. There is no roadmap right now, as I mentioned, but we have this list of what we call upcoming improvements. I think this will disappear as soon as we kind of get a proper roadmap up here on the webpage. But if you want to know the quality of life, things that we already know we will have to improve, or general stuff that doesn't work as it's intended, you can check out this webpage and see what we have planned. It's a little bit of everything. It's not a super exhaustive list, but we actually put this up just before we went into early access, because we figured, hey, we know there are things with the games that's not as good as it could be. Let's just be open about it when the game releases so people can double check this. As mentioned before, we have put out 3 patches. You can always go to our webpage to check out the changelogs. They will also, of course, be available in the patch notes on Steam and also on our Discord, where you can find a changelog that tells you what's going on in the new update. You can also check the changelog archive and see what's happened previously. A lot of people prefer to use Reddit to discuss things with us, and we've had about 1,000 new members since we launched the game. And this is also a good way to kind of just discuss things with other players and give feedback to the team. It is moderated and monitored by us, even though Discord is kind of our main channel right now. I know not everyone loves to use Discord, so this could be an alternative if you want to get in touch with the development team or just other players, basically. I will also post a link down below. I also want to talk about this cool fan-based project called soc.gg by a wonderful developer who is a fan of the game, and I think there's a repository on GitHub. I will post the link below, and he is looking for contributors to kind of help out with the adding more material into this. It's a way to kind of check out all the troops, wheelers, skills, etc. in the game. So it's a way to externalize the game systems for users who don't want to look for it inside of the game. And on this note, we will be externalizing all the game assets like troops, the skills, all the icons and visual assets basically for community projects like Wiki, page like this, or whatever you want to do. We also have a Wiki, which is quite old and it needs to be updated. And let me be clear that this is not something that's kind of run by us. It's managed by the community. And if you have ideas for stuff you want to do, like contests, fan pages, etc., just get in touch with us over Discord or something like that and talk to us if there's some kind of assets you need, or any other type of support, or if you want us to kind of promote whatever you got cooking, looking for collaborators, etc. Because we'd love to help you out. So there are a few things that I want to point out as well about the game itself. Obviously, a huge thing is the AI. We'll be getting critique about it. Some think it's too easy. Some people think it's too hard. Please let me tell you that it's something we are working hard on balancing and improving. Not only balancing, I should say. I mean, there is time going into actually developing the AI further, and as mentioned earlier, this is an early access game. The AI will improve over time, and we are thankful for all the feedback that you guys are sending us. So please expect it to improve over time. And I don't think I have much more to say about the AI right now, just that we are working on it, and it's good for you guys to send feedback to us. In order to play a Hotseat game, you go to single player, you go to skirmish, and then let's select the map with a few more players. So you could either add AI, this is obviously me, but you could also just join. Now this is a human player. You can join 3 players or 4. So this could be a Hotseat with people. But you can also leave and add AI for them instead. If you would want to play with a friend, like your friend Carl, right now it's not possible to do it as a team from this settings, so I'll have to leave the lobby. Now, in order to enable team play or co-op in skirmish, go to options, go to gameplay, scroll down, and there is this setting called enable co-op play experimental. And why is this experimental? Well, it's because Nicholas really coded this over a weekend a few months ago because he really wanted it to go into the game before early access. But there's a reason why it's called experimental, because we haven't had much time to test it. But if you check this box, go back to single player, click skirmish. Let's put Carl in here again, because I like to play games with Carl, our game designer. I prefer to have him on my team. Oh, sorry, I need to put a human player in there. I prefer to have him on my team as opposed to against me, because he's a much better player than me. And this here is the numbers, is the team. It represents the team which the players are in. So now Quirkius and Carl will be in one team, and Crowley and Zadan will be into other teams. So if we start the game, we should have a shared map vision and share the same victory conditions. There's nothing advanced like sharing resources or something like that. But as you can see, I both see my starting point, but I also see what's going on over here with Carl. So feel free to try it out, but we're not guaranteeing that it will work 100% perfectly. In fact, currently we can't guarantee that anything works 100% perfectly in the game. And I think that was it for today. I hope you enjoyed this a bit rambling and all over the place video, but I just wanted to update you on a little bit of everything, I guess. And again, thank you so much for taking the time to play the game or, you know, showing interest in the game. It's been a wild 2 weeks, and hopefully in just a few more weeks, a lot of things that I stated in this video will be obsolete because, you know, we're working on developing the game and improving things further. If you have any questions at all, you can drop them below the video in the comment section. Please know that I might be a bit slow to reply. I know I haven't replied to a lot of YouTube comments lately. It's just because there are so many questions and discussions on all of our social channels that, yeah, I just have to prioritize my time. And with that said, there are plenty of more stuff to come. We are beyond thrilled to be working on this game. I think it has a really bright future, and there will be cool updates in the future, guys. So thanks for taking this journey with us. I'll be back soon again. Thanks and bye.